Jesus once was speaking to the people and he says, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. But before he said that, he had given them the parable of the sower and explained, in quotes now, explained the parable of the sower. Please follow this now. Then at the end of it, he said, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. Why would you do that? I mean, you just finished speaking and we all heard. It's not like while Jesus was speaking, they said, oh, Jesus, there are 12 deaf people here who cannot hear you. Then when he finishes, he said, those people who can hear, let them hear. No, that was not the scenario here. He was intentional about what he said. After he was done speaking, he said, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. If you read the book of Revelation, numerous times you will see where that same thing was quoted. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. Because we can all hear, we can all hear what Apostle David just said, right? All of us heard everything he said. All of us have ears to hear, but behind that speaking, there is a speaking of the Spirit, and not everybody hears that. So Jesus spoke the parable of the sower, but he was saying that behind what I just said, there is an utterance of the Spirit, and only those who have what is called an ear will hear what the Spirit is saying. So behind every physical utterance, there is a spiritual utterance. Behind anything you see anybody saying literally that the normal human ear can hear, there is a speaking of the Spirit that goes beyond the human ear. If we stop for 1 second, you realize that there are some animals that their hearing is better than your physical hearing. There are animals whose hearing are better than your physical hearing. So if all you know is what you can hear, you are deaf. Because there is a speaking that is beyond the frequency that your natural ears can capture. In fact, let's scientifically, media-wise, let's look at it. None of you here right now can connect to Ray Power 100.5 or whatever the frequency is. You need a device that is able to capture the broadcast at that frequency. There's an utterance at a frequency that your ear can hear. Your ears can intercept and understand. But for you to be able to capture the utterance at that frequency, you need a device, right, that is programmed to be able to pick up that frequency, translate the vibration of that frequency to what you can understand, and then give you an output that your ears can receive and interpret. Are we following this? Are we following this? So do you now understand what Jesus means when he says he that has an ear? When he said he that has an ear, he was saying he that has a device of the Spirit that is called an ear. An ear, dear, is a device of the Spirit that is given to spiritual men to intercept broadcasts of heaven that the natural ear cannot intercept.